Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my Project 50 pan finale. So I know a lot of you watching will know exactly what's going on here, but essentially this year I did a Project 50 pan and I'm wrapping it up. I'm just pulling my little bench closer. I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up for the year. I'm really excited to wrap it up, and I'm about to clean out some products, but I do have two empties. We'll start with this one. This is the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz, all gone. So I was down here at the last update. That was really easy to finish off. It was like really important to me to use it regularly, and it probably, I think I finished it in less than a week. So that one was easy. Another one I'm calling done is a Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer. Let me see if we can get up here and show you. There we go. You can probably see all of those scrape marks on the tube. So I store this standing up, and these scrape marks never go away. The only way they go away is if I scrape the wand over them and create new marks. There's probably, I don't know, maybe a week's worth of product left in this, but I'm calling it quits. I don't love this product. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So I've mostly been using it as an eye primer, which is fine. It works quite well, but I don't enjoy it as a concealer. I do use it as a concealer, and it's actually pretty much a perfect color for my skin, which is good because I can sort of use it to, like, you know, conceal things that I don't love, but I don't need to wear a full face of makeup. However, it creases a lot under the eyes, it moves a lot. And I find that it just doesn't get along with some powders. Some powders I put over the top of it and it looks chunky. So this isn't one that I would buy again. It's also really difficult to get out of the tube. The stopper is a nightmare. Can you see that sort of chunky thing, like just inside the tube? That's the stopper. So I broke tweezers trying to get this out. I damaged scissors, and in the end I got so fed up with it I just took the wand and went fuck ya, and pushed it down into the bottom of the tube. But now whenever I pull the wand out, it brings the stopper with it. So I'm over this product. I feel like I've gone above and beyond to try and use this, and I'm sick of it. So I'm calling it done, and I'm considering that a finished product because I have got to the point where I'm scraping the sides. So there we go. Moving on to the last few products that I have that aren't finished. This one, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. Look, I've used so much. I'm really happy with my progress on this, and I know that I can finish this in summer. I use this as a highlight, right? And it's a very subtle highlight. I can't use this on my face. If I use this anywhere where I have pores, so like in this section or on my chin or here on my forehead, it accentuates my pores so much. It's like they double in size. If I use it under my eyes, it accentuates my fine lines, and it looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. It's not a terrible product. It doesn't suit my skin. So I use it as a highlight on my cheekbones and on my forehead, on like the sides here above my eyebrows, and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. That's it. I have 3 full-size ambient lighting powders in my stash. So that's a thing. I've been using this on my body a little bit now that we're in summer, but yeah, I will never buy another ambient lighting powder again. Maybe I'll be tempted by one of their like holiday palettes at some stage. I'll never say never with them because they can be very tempting. But I've got one that I've barely touched, and knowing how long it took me to get through this and the fact that I've got 3 other full sizes, and I think I've got 2 mini ambient lighting palettes, 2 mini ambient lighting powders. I can't with them. I don't hate them, I don't adore them, they're not really suitable for me as using all over, therefore it's just a highlighting product and it takes me way too long to get through it. So there's that. Colourpop Brow Gel in Blondie. So I got a way to go with this, but I've been trying to sort of clean it up a little bit, because essentially I got to the point where I was mixing another product with this to make it dark enough. I got to the point where I could just mix up the last of the product, and I'm sort of on the home stretch. It's going to be a very long home stretch, but I'm on it. So what I wanted to do was start, like, pick a spot to work on and start working the product away from the pot. Focus. So I've cleaned out that side edge there, and I have worked it all the way down to the bottom of the pot. And now what I do is I just either take a little bit from the side to clean up a bit more of the side, or I dig into where the majority of the product is, which is sort of in here, and I just take a little scoop out and do my brows. It's going to take me a long time to do that and like finish it up, but it's fine. Like, this is not my favorite product. I would not buy another Colourpop brow color. I would prefer to try something new or use the 50,000 brow products that I already have. Australis Metallics in Gold Gaga. I actually feel quite guilty that I didn't finish this product this year, because I could have, and I like this product. I use this a little bit this month, and I've actually cleaned out quite a good chunk of it. So there is pan there, you might not be able to see it, but every time you use it, this is a very creamy product. Whenever I dip a brush in there, it sort of pushes the product around very, very easily. But this is a doable product. Like, this shouldn't take a year to use. There's no reason why it should take a year to use. So I am disappointed that I didn't use it more. I just constantly forgot to use this, but I've found it quite easy to pick it up in December. So I don't know if it just took me a year to be like, hey, remember to use that fucking Australis eyeshadow. So yeah, I am a bit disappointed that I didn't finish it, but it's still good and I'm gonna hold on to it. Okay, blush. So I did have 3 Too Faced Love Flush blushes in the project. There's a coral one, a purple one, and there was a pink one. When I realized how long it was taking me to use one of these, I got rid of the pink, because this coral one is quite pink on my skin. It pulls quite pink. And the other one was like Barbie pink, and I simply was never going to use it. So I held on to the 2 that I actually liked the colors of. Your Love is King. I didn't even get to use this year. I probably used it half a dozen times in total. Maybe a few more than half a dozen. So there's obviously no progress on that. But I'm not going to get rid of it because I actually really like this color. Love Hangover. I have been using this blush almost every single day in 2018. I would say 99.5% of the time that I did my makeup in 2018, I used this blush. And in December, I hit pan on it. I finally hit pan, and look at how weird it is. It's just a dot. And I reckon it's because I like to use either sort of tapered brushes or domed brushes to apply my blush. And I reckon that's simply where like the peak of the bristles go into the brush. So I've hit pan, and a lot of you will know that I am so sick of this blush. And I am so sick of it, but now that I've hit pan on it, I want to keep it, and I want to roll it over into next year's project, and I want to finish it. I actually want to finish it. Before I finish up with the random bits in my Z palette, I want to talk about my pencil products. So Flormar Ultra Gold. This is a gold eyeliner, a metallic gold eyeliner. If you have access to Flormar products in your country, you should try them out if you aren't already aware of how potentially awesome some of their products are. Flormar make really, really good products, and it pains me that I'm gonna say this about this pencil. I'm not keeping it, I'm decluttering it. I find that I just simply don't wear a metallic gold eyelining pencil. There's really no room in my life for it. I feel like if I couldn't finish up a pencil that really wasn't that big in the first place in a year, then it's not for me. I don't need that in my life. I do have a dark bronzy color in that same line, same formula, that I'm actually wearing today, and I think it's beautiful, and I'm gonna try and pan it next year. But again, it's one of those products where I do like it. I think it's a fantastic product. It's got, you know, a great formula, but if I'm not using it, it's got to go. So there's that. The LA Girl Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in Paradise Purple. Again, this is quite a good formula. It's not the best I've tried, but it's quite good. They are quite opaque. I don't need an eyeliner that color. There was no progress on any of those products in December because I just didn't reach for them. MAC Boldly Bare Lip Pencil or lip liner. This is great. I did make progress on this in December, and I have been using it quite regularly. It's a really wearable color, very, very pigmented. So I only use a tiny bit whenever I line my lips, and it's taking me a really long time to get through it. So I'm gonna roll it over for next year. And the things in my Z palette, I'm just gonna pull these out because it's easier for me. So I had the Too Faced Big Book of Bronzers in my project, and I realized there were so many shades in there that I simply was not interested in using. So I depotted the ones that I wanted to keep. This is Chocolate Soleil, and this is a one that I've been working on for, I was gonna say all year. It's definitely not all year. I think it's like maybe like the last half of the year, something like that. There is so little left in here. What's left here is paper thin. I am so annoyed that I didn't finish it, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna take that. Do I take it over into next year? I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out. I'll either take it over into next year and just have it be a gimme product to, like, you know, get me off to a nice easy start, or I'll just use it. Yeah, whatever, whichever happens first. God, I might even finish it before I start my next project. Then I had is it Endless Summer? Is that the shimmery one? Wait, that one, Endless Summer with the shimmers. Is that right? I don't know. And then there's Milk Chocolate Soleil, which is the lighter bronzer. I'm going to use these as well. I like them both. Milk chocolate I can use in winter, and I can just use it a little bit heavier if I want extra color. And endless summer, if that's what it's called, I don't know, somebody please remind me. I can pretty much use that any time of the year, and it's not like too glittery or shimmery, which is good. Then I had some like single pressed pigments in my project. So this one looks like it's empty. It's not empty. It's just like it's a white based shimmery pigment with like a green reflect. I'm gonna get rid of it. There's so little in there. I'm not, if I couldn't finish that in the last couple of months, I don't need to keep it in my life. I have a nude here with like a pink reflect. I'm going to hold on to that one, have a little play with it. This one is another nude with a green, like a really, really light frosty green reflect. It's an interesting color. I'm going to hold on to that. I have a blue and a green here. So a mint green and a really vibrant blue. These are actually really, really beautiful and so insanely rich in pigment. Let me swatch them for you and we can bask in their glory together. Like, they are beautiful. They're beautiful, beautiful shades, but I don't wear blue and green enough to justify having them. And also I have like really vibrant blues and greens in my stash. I don't need them taking up random space in a Z palette. They can go. I have a copper shade here, and this is the same. These are actually Cosmetic Kitchen pigments, the blue, the green, and this copper. This copper is, this one I am keeping. It is, look at that. It's so beautiful. I'm going to keep that one. I want to try and finish it off. It's beautiful and wearable. And I have two more. These ones are also Cosmetic Kitchen. This one's sort of like a gold shade. I'll swatch them for you since we're on a roll of doing that. There we go. And then I have this really dark purple shade. Yeah. So they're, you know, really beautiful pigments. I'm going to get rid of the shimmery sort of white with a green reflect and the blue and the green, simply because I don't use them. The other ones, I did actually use those other pigments that I showed you and said I was keeping a little bit in December, which surprised me because I was constantly reaching for the new palettes that I brought over the holiday season. But those did see a little bit of use, which is good. So to wrap my Project Pan finale up in a nice little bow, we have to talk about the amount of products that I finished this year. My total number of completely finished products is 43. That includes the two that I showed you today. So I didn't quite hit the like actually panning 50 products. It happens. It was a lofty goal. But I did throw out, my last update, it was 10 products that I had discarded from the project. And I've got 2 pencils here and I'm getting rid of 3 eyeshadows. However, I was including all of the eyeshadows as like one product. So I won't include them. Let's just go with, I threw out 12 products this year, which brings my total number to 55. 55 products that I have either used or completely gotten rid of my stash. Gone in the bin. So I'm happy with that. It's a nice amount of products to be leaving my collection. I definitely had more than 55 products come into my life this year, which is alarming. And I'm sure that will continue every year because let's face it, I'm a makeup junkie. I love it. It brings a lot of joy to my life, but I do love project panning. It really allows me to focus on products, use things up, and also sometimes find those things that you're like, this is just not working for me. You've got to go. Get out of my life. No more. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I know a lot of you watched this year, and I'm so glad that you could come along on the journey with me. So many of you understood the pain. I feel like this was the first year where a lot of people, most people really got project panning, like they actually understand what it is. In many of the previous years I've been doing it, I would get so many like comments that were like basically just fucking rude because they didn't get it, they didn't understand it, so they got angry about it. But I'm so glad that you guys, you know what's going on and you have enjoyed it. So let me know if you guys have wrapped up your project pans for the year, how you're feeling about that. I am feeling lighter and I am so excited about next year's project pan. The video introducing my project pan will go up really early in the new year, and I'm doing like a little sort of collaboration with Kat and hopefully some other people. So yeah, there'll be a video explaining that before my new project pan goes up. So yeah, if you're excited for it, just keep an eye out for it. It's coming very soon. I'm really excited for it. I'm prepping for it, and I'm going to film that intro sometime soon. I don't know, very soon. Haven't filmed it yet. Very excited to film it. Oh my god, I am doing Pepsi burps. I drink too much Pepsi. I've got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.